Hi friends, how are you doing? Welcome back to this platform. My name is Marjorie Nantambi, and on this platform we have personal growth and personal finances. Yes, whenever you see me in this t-shirt, you know that it's time for Beyond Success. For those that are joining us for the very first time, I'll link the video in the description or somewhere on the screen such that you first watch that video about Beyond Success and some of the topics that we have discussed here already. Topics like attitude, topics like personal growth, the comments that we are getting about that. Those videos is amazing. Like I said, this is a roundtable program by John Maxwell, an author and leadership guru from the USA. It is all over the world, and what we do is we share this content, we discuss this content actually with friends. People invite us in their churches, organizations, companies, schools, and name it, we shall be there. So in case you want to invite us to any of your spaces, I'll leave my number in the description box such that you're able to reach out to me and we see how we can have the team there with your people. So I hope you have watched those topics already. If you have not, kindly go back and watch the topic about attitude and personal growth that we have discussed. Like I mentioned, I'll put it in the description but also somewhere on the screen as well. Today is the third topic, and like I mentioned, we have 7 topics here. The first topic was attitude, the second topic was personal growth, and then we have priorities, which we're going to discuss today, and then relationships, my most important relationship, from good intentions to good actions, and from success to significance. So this is the book that we use. All the notes are in here that we use when we are discussing, because like I said, it is a discussion, right? Yes, so we are going to get right into priorities. So when you hear the word priorities, what comes to your mind? Priorities. John Maxwell here says that clear priorities show you what to do and where to go. Yes, what to do and where to go. People who reach their potential and fulfill their dreams determine and act on their priorities daily. So if someone asks you, or if I ask you right now, what do you do when you wake up? Like, what are some of the things on your priority list? Things that you do every day. What are some of those things? You realize that most times when you wake up, you don't know what to do, and somehow you are taken up by the day. Maybe you wake up, you're used to that routine of I'll wake up, dress up, rush to work, then after I'll come back home, maybe watch a movie and sleep, then rush in the morning, go to work, like the same kind of routine. But if I asked you, what are some of the things on your priority list? Because like John Maxwell has said, clear priorities show you what to do and where to go. Yes, so if you want to know what to do and where to go, having a list of your priorities or the things that you want to achieve in a day. I'm not even talking about goals. We've set goals. We've had the vision board already set for 2022. I hope you've watched that video as well. If not, I'll link it in the description, a video that will help you work on your goals for next year. But even after working on the goals for the year, then you have to work on the priorities, the daily things that you can do that can help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve, maybe in a month or in a year, and all those things. And today, that is why we are discussing priorities. Now, John Maxwell here says that when you approach your day, how do you determine what you do first? Yeah, what do you even do first? So how do you know that I'll do this, then I'll do the other, then I'll do the next thing? That is what we are talking about today as priorities. Only a focus on priorities will enable you to decide what is really important. Everyone wants to accomplish something of value and has a full calendar. The question is not, will my calendar be full, but rather, what will fill my calendar? You know, sometimes we are used to being busy. Like, you call someone, oh, I'm busy. But being busy is not the same as being productive. Yeah, being busy and being productive are two completely different things. So that is what he is talking about. That is not just about you filling your calendar, but the question should be, what is filling your calendar? What is keeping you engaged? Are you being productive or you're just being busy? Yeah, so you need to take a second and think about that. All the things that you do, all the errands that you run, are you being productive or you are simply busy? So he says that if you don't have a plan in place for achieving what's most important to you, you'll spend all your time reacting to what is important to someone else Ouch. Like if you don't know what is important to you, then the whole day you'll spend it reacting to what is important to someone else. And that could be if you have no plans. Imagine you wake up, maybe you are going to work, and then a friend calls you, hey Marjorie, you know we have this party, bridal shower, what? Oh, okay, I'll be there. Before you know, oh, there is a movie here that we need to catch. Oh, I'll be there. Or maybe I have, even if it's something important, actually a friend can call you, oh, my child is sick, escort me, let's go to hospital, things like that. You will go. Why? Because you don't have a plan of your own. So you are available to be used by all the other people, to do all the other things for other people apart from yourself. So that is why we are saying it is important for you to have priorities, things that you want to achieve every single day. And he says here that don't confuse activity with accomplishment. That's exactly what we said. Being active or being busy is not the same as being productive or being having accomplishments. They are two different things. So you need to plan on your priorities ahead of time, because you won't wake up and say, okay, now what should I do? Okay, let me do this, then after I'll do this. Usually what has worked for me, actually the first time we went through this round table, that was last year during the lockdown, I started practicing my priorities, writing my priority list every single night. Before I sleep, I know that tomorrow I'll wake up, get on the 5 a.m. club. Yes, because I wake up 5 a.m. We have a group of friends that joined the 5 a.m. club. And if you want to join the 5 a.m. club, it could be something on your goal list for 2022. Do not hesitate to reach out. You can leave that comment, that message in the comment section, and then we see how you can join that loving family of the 5 a.m. So I write my list. I know 5 a.m. I'll be up, be on the 5 a.m. club call. And after that, I'll do this, I'll do the other. Like everything that I want to do is usually listed down, and that makes my life easy. And actually when you have a priority list, it will push you out of bed. Like you'll get out of bed. Sometimes what keeps us in bed is you don't know what you're going to do. Like imagine maybe your alarm clock goes off maybe at 6 or 7 and you're like, what should I do today? Because you don't have what to do, then your head will tell you, you know what, the bed is actually very warm, how about you take an extra hour in bed? And then you'll sleep. Before you know it, you're waking up at 10 a.m. So it is important for you to have a priority list, because that will push you to go after the things that you said you are supposed to accomplish. So that is it. And then it also helps you to put first things first. Putting first things first. But you'll never know what is first if you haven't written them down. So what you do, you need to write your priorities down. And you say, okay, maybe I need, when I wake up, I have my family. I need to look after my... make sure my family has breakfast, something to eat, things like that. I need to go to work. Maybe I have clothes to wash. Maybe I have a friend to visit. I have someone in hospital. I have a party. I have to go shopping. I need to go to salon. Write all the things down. Maybe I have a client to meet. I have a report to submit. I have some research to do. Write all your things down. It could be a list of 5 things or 10 things that you want to accomplish, even if there are things you want to accomplish in a week. When you write them down at the beginning of the week, maybe Sunday, then go through the list and say, okay, this is the list. I need to wash clothes. I need to go to salon. I need to go shopping. Someone is in hospital. I have a baby shower, bridal shower, party, someone's birthday. I have some research to do. I have a client to meet. After writing all of them down, now start listing them in order of priority. Give them numbers that, okay, of course, there are things that come before the others. Maybe when you wake up and you know you have to go to work, you can't first wake up and then say, okay, let me first go to hospital, check on this friend, let me first call my friend let me first go attend this party, and then after I go to work. Like, it doesn't even make sense, right? So what you have to do after listing them down, then say, okay, what comes before the other? You say, okay, maybe I'll go to work, I'll do the research, I'll call the client. Then in the evening when I'm leaving work, I can pass by hospital, I check on my sick friend, and then in case I can't make it for the birthday, I can easily call them and tell them, you know what, I was engaged at work, I didn't make it, I wasn't able to come. So that is what priorities help you with. But if you don't, you'll find yourself at the birthday party or at this baby shower, bridal shower, whatever it is, having the time of your life, and then before you know it, you get a message from your boss. Where is the report that you were supposed to send last week? You're like, what? It happens. We are human. We usually forget. And that's why we are saying you need to have that priority list. And then he also says another thing that will help you with putting the first things first is something he calls the Pareto principle. Now, Pareto principle is just the 80-20 rule. What happens is after writing down your top 10 things that you have to do, then make sure you give 80% of your time to that top 20%. Of course, if you have a list of 10, top 20% is 1 and 2, right? So give 80% of your time to the top 2 things that you have to achieve, and that will also help you put the first things first. Another thing that can help you here is a quadrant that we usually use that has important and urgent. I'm sure you've heard about it. So when you write that and you draw maybe that quadrant, I wish I had a pen here, I would draw that for you. You draw a quadrant and you put important. Remember in school now, let's go back to school for a second. You put on the x-axis, for those that used to hate math, just use it for a second. So remember x-axis and y-axis. Was this the x and this was the y? I don't remember, but we have the x-axis and the y-axis. So you put the urgent and then important. Now, what that does is you have things that are very urgent and very important. Those are things that you have to do like immediately. It's very urgent and very important. Then something could be very urgent, but not important. Like someone can call you, hey, Majo, I need your help. I'm stuck here. It's not a matter of life and death. To them, it's urgent, yes, but it's not really important. Because imagine you're in the middle of a meeting with a client and someone, oh my God, help me, I'm stuck here. You can tell them, you know what? Hold on. Yes, it's urgent, but it is not so important. You get what I'm trying to say. And then you can have things that are very not important and not urgent. Not important, not urgent, those are things that you can do away with. Like it's not important and it's not urgent. Those are things that you can do later on after you've done everything else that was on your list. And then there could be things that are very urgent and no, very important, not urgent. But you're getting what I'm trying to say. So urgent, important, it will also help you know what to put first and what to put last. And also as we write this priority list, you have to be a bit flexible. Like you put some bit of flexibility, because imagine you have written your priority list down. I have to go to work, I have to meet a client, I have to do this, I have to do the other. And then in the middle of that meeting, they call you, or maybe they say, hey, your child is sick. You won't call them and say, hey, you know what? That child of mine was not on my priority list today, so he or she can wait. No, there are things that are really, like we said, very urgent and very important. Things like family, yeah? But if it's not that, then try as much as possible to stick to your priorities list, and it will help you achieve the results. And then he also said it's important to identify priorities based on your requirement, reward, and return. Requirement is that things that are required of you by your employer that no one else can do. Make sure there is something that you do at your workplace that no one else can do. That is how you start standing out, yeah? But if there is nothing that only you can do at your workplace, or even if other people can do it, but you be the person who does it best. If there is something like that, then you will stand out of the crowd. But if there is nothing that makes you stand out, then guess what? If they're looking for someone to fire, or they want to let some people go, you could be one of the people. But I'm saying don't be that person. So always find something that either you alone can do or you alone can do best. Like everyone can do it, but you can do it best. For example, maybe you're at work and then there is this client who is really arguing, quarreling with everyone. And they're like, you know what? Wait for Marjorie. She's the one who knows how to handle such clients. Something like that, as simple as that, yeah? So always find something that you're really good at and do that. So that is your requirement. And then number 2, tasks that yield a high return for your effort because you use your greatest strength and talent. It's also important for you to identify things that you're talented at. Yeah, someone would say, me, I don't know if I'm talented or not. I don't even know what my talent is. But everyone has a strength within them. We are all different people. We are all unique in our different ways. And that is why I'm saying that everyone has something that they are really, really good at. So you need to identify that. And then your reward here, it says that tasks that are highly rewarding to you on a personal level. And it says that your ultimate goal should be to work most in those areas. Your requirement, your return, and your reward. He leaves a comment here saying that if the requirements of my job are the same as my strength that give me the highest return, and doing those things bring me great pleasure, then I will be successful. Wow. Imagine if your job, the requirements of your job, the job that you're doing right now, are the same as the strengths that you have that give you the highest return, and doing those things bring you great pleasure, you'll be successful. And to make that, to simplify that statement, is actually saying that do things that you love. Do things that you love. So we are ending December 2021. Make sure next year, plan better. Make sure you're not the people who are at your workplace just because you get paid. There are very many people who keep saying, oh, I hate my job, oh, I hate my boss, all these things. And then you ask them, but why are you there? And you're like, but they say, but I get the money to pay my rent, to buy food, to buy some clothes. We need to be better next year. Yeah. So there is better things that you can do. Follow your passion, do those things, and you can actually make money from your passion. Because when we talk about passion, that is simply, what is that one thing that you can do without even being paid for? That is your passion. And you can turn that passion into a paycheck. It is important for you to do something that you love, because if you keep going just for the money, sooner or later they will realize, and you'll eventually lose your job anyway. So it is important for us to do things that we really, really love. And then some of the benefits here, you experience high satisfaction when you accomplish a task because you've written it down. Then you get to spend the best of your energy on the most important tasks. Then you know which things should come first and you act on them. You don't waste time on things that are non-essential. You can focus on what matters the most. You develop the power to say no, and to say no to what does not align with your priorities. If you have research and a client and something to do, and then your friend says, hey, Marjorie, let's go for ice cream, can be like, yes, I love the ice cream, but not today. Why? Because I'm busy. Like, I have to fulfill things on my priority list, and that was not on my list, so clearly it could wait for the weekend, right? Yes, so I hope we learn to say no to some things. So some of the steps that you can follow when it comes to priorities: number one, journal your time. Journal your time. What do you do every single day? I know journaling is not a habit for very many people, but one step at a time. You all have smartphones. If you're watching this, I assume you have a smartphone. Yes, so these smartphones have come with an app for notes. You just keep noting. I've done this, I've done the other. Maybe at this time I was meeting a client. Slowly you get into the habit of journaling, and then it will help you know that, oh, I'm spending a lot of time maybe on my phone, I'm spending a lot of time at my workplace, and my family, I'm spending a lot of time home. You find a way of balancing the things that you need to do. Then the next step, you shift to strength. Like I said, do things that you're passionate about. Do things that fulfill the strength that you have as well. And then lastly, make today your masterpiece. Today is the only guaranteed day that you have, so clearly we know we keep postponing and procrastinating that, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next year. Yeah, I know there are things that you wanted to do in 2021, but you kept saying, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Now we are in December, like 2 or 3 weeks left in 2021, and you're already saying, I'll do it in 2022. Make sure you get it done. Thank you for being here. See you in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe, because we shall have another video posted tomorrow about the next topic, which is relationships. Bye.